Yo. Let me know if y'all can hear me. It's been a long time. All right. All right. I hear it on my phone. What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic. I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon slash evening. It's been a while. I know a lot of people. I missed you guys. I know a lot of you guys probably know what happened for the past week and a half or whatever. I had a back spasm, and it was pretty bad. And I had to go get checked out. My wife said go get checked out, so it was a back spasm. So um, I was dealing with that. I'm still dealing with it, but I'm 100% better. Well, let's say I'm 90% better or whatever like that. I feel good. I feel better. It's been a while. I've done car vlogs, so if you guys aren't subscribed to the Take It Home podcast, please do because I do keep that up while I'm driving to work or driving from work. I'll talk about a lot of wrestling topics and everything like that. So I did want to go live. There are a few things I did want to talk about, and I did want to cover. A lot of us know what happened this past week and everything, and I kind of wanted to speak about it, even though I spoke about it before. Um, I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. Let me get my shout outs ready before I get the comments out. So what I don't have nothing yet for September. For October, we have on October 7th in Wisconsin, we have One Fall Entertainment, Pink Hills. It's a show. It's a benefit show for breast cancer and cancer awareness and things like that. A lot of us are affected by cancer by somebody who suffered or went through it, or people who live with it, or people that are around people who are dealing with it. And cancer affects everybody. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. I've lost family members to it. You guys know about my little brother who went through it. I don't say he lost his life. He actually won because he knew he turned his life around and everything like that, gave his life to Christ and gave back to others and realized how precious life is. But cancer is definitely one of those things that we don't like, we pray against, and we try to do benefits, we try to help people, we try to uplift people, we try to donate to people, we try to donate to organizations to find cures for it. So I'm honored to be a part of the Battle Royals. A lot of people are going to be there. Kitty King, James Storm, Basham, Heath Slater, Al Snow, TW3, Backwoods, Sierra, Aaron Arsenal. There's a lot of people. So I'm glad to be a part of that. That is October 7th in Wisconsin at the Citon. I hope I'm saying it right, Catholic School in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Then a week from there, we have The Amazing World, C3 Ultimate Wrestling. Make sure that you guys subscribe to that channel as well. That's our second channel. Me and my wife's professional wrestling company right here in the upper corner. Make sure you subscribe. I got to drop the promos. I got to drop pictures. I got to drop magic graphics. This is our last show of the year. It's very special. We're going to crown a new C3 Ultimate Wrestling Champion. Unfortunately, Just Amazing is going through a lot of things, physical and mental with his body, stuff like that. So he could not defend the title, and we respect that, and we kept the show in his name. So that's going to be a great and wonderful show. It's a lot of special things that's happening there. I have another show in Neenah, Wisconsin. It's called Now That's Wrestling Under the Dome. We return to the Dome in Neenah, Wisconsin. We don't really have an event graphic for it yet, but that is my first 3 weeks of October. So we have One Fall, we have C3 Awesome Wrestling, and now we have Now That's Wrestling. I wanted to give a breakdown real quick of the matches, but also let me give a shout out to our sponsors for the show and people contributing. Limelight Comics, they're my peoples for about 3-4 years now. They're doing a lot of things, a lot of business opportunities, a lot of big opportunities to work with multi-million and billion-dollar moguls. They got a licensing company they're working with, so shout out to them and David. We also have a penny for your thoughts. Y'all know our little cookies. Cookies will be available at the show. They will sell out either by other people or by myself. Shout out to our ring announcer, Kevin Young Sr., aka the CEO of the Yellow Pill Coffee Company. He will be ring announcing. He will be commentating. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube and his Twitch channel. We have DJ Dose from Dark Hazard Beats. He's going to be there. I don't have his graphic, unfortunately, but he will be on the ones and twos. Did a great job, wonderful job. God bless you and your wife Kelly. Wants to help and everything like that. I don't know, man. Y'all make it feel great to like try to do something for the community, and then the community and family want to work together. It's been a long time, so I want to go over the matches that we have. This isn't in a particular order, but but I want to talk about it. Okay, so we have Atlas J. Horn. He goes against Kenny Nine in one-on-one action. This is Kenny Nine's debut, but Kenny Nine has been with the company for a while, whether it's for camera recording or he's done commentating, but he's always been down for C3 Ultimate Wrestling. So he thinks that one of the best ways to make a name for himself is to go against a veteran who does it by any means necessary. And he may not be your favorite veteran, but he gets a lot of things done. I hear a lot of the comments already placing bets against Nine. So we will see if he can overcome that going against Atlas J. Horn. We also have Stampede Larkin. He goes one-on-one against Mike Jarek, and Mike Jarek's debut in C3 Ultimate Wrestling. Me and Jarek has had a beef, and now that's wrestling. And we cool now, but this guy takes the whole business serious, the way he carries himself. He's been on a live before, and we've talked about wrestling for a little bit, and he had great insight. Stampede Larkin is on a winning streak ever since he had his last loss against Aaron Stone, and he is making a name for himself going against guys, young, old, it does not matter. He is getting the dub. So it's curious to see. We also have a title eliminator with the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Women's Champion Renee Van Peebles versus Vega Venom. If Vega Venom wins, the next show we have, she has a title match. It's just straight up, Sometimes we can't just pick people to go against championships, and sometimes people want to prove it and want to show it. So this is a prime example, So now or never for Vega Venom. So Renee Van Peebles, she's a fierce competitor, gets the job done regardless if I like how she does it or not. So that will be a great women's match. We have a triple threat. We have Mike Valentine, who was the Grand Chance winner. He's going against the debuting Johnny CK against Mike Strong. Now, Johnny CK, he debuts. I've teamed with him in the past. He's done a lot of crazy things. So to see what he'll do in Crown Point, Indiana, that'll be interesting. Mike Strong, he's had ups and downs in C3 Ultimate Wrestling, but he's always been consistent and persistent. So that's always a great thing. Mike Valentine, even though he is a Grand Chance winner, he's been on the losing side, but he's trying to continue to rack up wins and also prove why he is a Grand Chance winner and why it is not a fluke. All right, we have Marcelo Spade, who is the Urban Culture Champion, goes against Mark Reconcile 101. Two vets in the game, true lovers of the game, respecters of the game. Both on different sides of the spectrum on if they like people or not. It's going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to this. It will be dope. Spade shocked the world by beating Spade 2-1 in the best of 3. He challenged Stone to do their final match at the last show at Tennis Show of all shows, and he got under Stone's skin and he took advantage of it. So a win's a win. Check out everything. All right, so we got the Spirit of Detroit faces Legit, the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Tag Team Champions. This is a match that we've been trying to do for a while, probably since the second year we started, but things happen, life happens, things happen, and we're finally having it. Only at C3 Ultimate Wrestling. You will not see this match anywhere else. Joseph Credit, he has been chasing these tag titles. I've even tagged with him, and we fell short. He's been doing a whole bunch of things to go after these guys to find a legit partner, pun intended. And he is going back with his brother from Detroit, Jonte Keith. They go against D'Angelo Steele and JPH. Now, JPH and Steele, they never saw eye to eye, but when they did, they become unstoppable. I put them up there with one of the top teams, not only in just the Midwest, but in the world. So I am curious to see how this match is going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it myself. I am very excited. And the main event is a battle royal for the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Championship. So everybody on the card and some people who you may know or may not know will be in this battle royal. You're throwing everybody over the top. The last person standing is the new champion. They got the belt. They're the champ, top champ. That's a beautiful belt, by the way. So who will win? Curious to see. I can't even sit here and say I can pinpoint who will win. See, Red returns as well. I thought I put the graphic here, but unfortunately I do not. I decided to go live at the last minute. Work with me, y'all. But yeah, I don't have the graphic. But see, Red returns. This is his final show. And he's also in the Battle Royal. So he could be leaving as the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Champion. We've seen other companies do it before, but this is not just any other company. This is C3 Ultimate Wrestling. So curious to see what happens with that. All right. I missed you guys. Like I said, I feel a lot better. I wanted to go live. I got to do more interviews with wrestlers and things like that because it's just been life. You know, let me say it like that. Yellow Pill, shout out, brother. I'm glad you in the chat. Yep. Woo. We in here. You leave comments and everything. We're gonna talk about this stuff. Injury of that classic outfit reached injured back from carrying the world of pro wrestling to be determined. Look, man, I appreciate that. Hey, look, man, I couldn't carry. I couldn't even carry myself, bro. Like the way I was going to work and struggling with that and trying to do stuff, it's just a blessing that I didn't aggravate the injury and anything like that. So Mike Strong will be champ. He have an opportunity. A lot of people have an opportunity to be the champ. So the battle royal is for anyone asking for a friend. Yeah, anybody that's on the card, anybody else that wants to partake, they can hit me up in the inbox and we'll go from there. So let me see. Like I said, I decided to go live at the last minute. So if I'm looking weird, it's because I'm typing stuff because I wanted to bring pictures. I wanted to show pictures on what I'm talking about certain issues and certain topics. So give me 1 second. Matter of fact, let me leave you guys with a video while I'm uploading. Once again, I do apologize for this. It's just that StreamYard is acting like StreamYard now. Y'all know what I mean when I say that. There we go. I'll leave you with the promo for Spirit of Detroit challenging.
What up, though?
Yo, what up, boy?
Shit, what up?
Change of plan, bro.
What you mean?
Bro, like, all right, look. So I'm in Vegas. Like, Vegas. Like, that's the Mirage behind me, bro. Like, I'm at the Caesars Palace and everything right now. Like, it's all bad. The shoe job called, though, so, I'm too old to be out here without a job, bro. So, I got to do what I got to do, so. But fact of the matter is, if you think about it, we had that title shot back at C3 back in before the pandemic, but then you got hurt. And, I ended up going down, 1-on-2? I almost beat him then. I say all that to say, what you think about the band getting back together, boy?
You know how I feel about that, bro. Like, it got to make sense. No, listen, bro. It got to make sense.
Yep.
And the money got to be there, bro. We not just some act, bro. Like, we put in work. We did stuff, like we didn't travel. Like it gotta be right. I'm all for it though.
Yeah.
I'm all for like bringing the band back together, doing what we gotta do, making people happy. That type of stuff. I love it, but bro, like you said, like this is a business. You feel me? Like this is we take our art serious, unlike a lot of these dudes out here. And yeah, that cheese gotta be.
But in the meantime, between time, we need legit to know what's going on, and that They days are numbered. It's C3 Ultimate Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
Every version of these folks we didn't beat, so it's about to be a legitimate beatdown. When we go in the ring, you feel me?
Fact. It's the formal challenge to legit for the C3 Ultimate Tag Team Championships, bro. Threes up, bodies down.
Bodies down, gang.
All right, we back. Okay, so like I said, leave comments, leave questions. I'll answer questions. I'll talk comments. I'll talk certain topics, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I'm going to be here for a little bit because I did want to like speak to you guys for a lot of things. So I did want to talk about some things that happened last weekend. First things first, let's talk about All In. So All In was a record-breaking event with over 81,000 fans and attendee. I think they said it was the second most attended wrestling event ever in America. Is it in America? Ever? No, not in America. Duh, it's in London. Come on, Chris, get it together. So that's the big thing for wrestling. Like, even on an independent level, it's hard to even get 8 people to come into the company and to attend the company and watch it. So for it to be over 81,000, that's all love. And I know that some people will be like, oh, well, some of it is like, oh, well, the only reason why London showed up for them is because they want WWE to have WrestleMania. So they trying to show that they can be there, and that may be true, but I don't care. 81,000 people, like, that crowd was crazy. That's bananas. And then they just started at the last minute talking about their card, and they was already like up there with the numbers. Now I'm not gonna. Now I do have my feelings about the card, especially with this monumental event, but I will say that it's a good turnout. So that's a good turnout for pro wrestling. AEW and the company as a whole, they should be very proud. They're showing that there's money in professional wrestling. And I know a lot of people don't feel that way. Some be like, oh, it's only certain ones. But that is definitely a big thing to do. Now, I do wish more covered that, and even Tony, who owns the company, covered that. But even this big monumental thing that happened, that was not the biggest story outside of 2 people's untimely passing. That was big. That was it. I felt like something else was talked about more. Now, this is on my end. Now, if your Facebook or your social media, you guys talk more about something else, that's fine. But to me, I do feel like more people talked about this than All In. We've Jack Perry and Punk, apparently they don't like each other. There was issues about Jack Perry trying to use glass in his match, like legit glass, and Punk didn't want that. And then it fell flat from there. There's a lot of people, Perry saying stuff about using glass on live TV, and a scuffle, or in the words of Judge Judy, a kerfluffle happened, and all kind of stuff. Now they're saying they're both suspended and all of that stuff. Now, this is my thing. AEW has just had a record-breaking attendance for this show and things like that. And I do feel like more people are drawing more towards this. Now, even me, I'm talking about it now. And I'm probably going to talk about this now longer than I was actually talking about All In. Like I said, I've only seen a few matches from All In. I don't think I'm going to go back and watch like the rest of it because I wasn't that interested. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Some people said it was good. Some people said it was okay. Some people said it was a history-making event. Some people said it was better than WrestleMania. That's y'all prerogative, Bobby Brown. But going back into it, I felt like this was like mostly talked about more than anything. Apparently a lot of people call CM Punk a cancer in AEW and things like that. And they don't like because some people love the AEW product and they feel like he's stinking it up. I will say this. CM Punk, obviously has an ego and obviously is a certain way, wants things done a certain way. But the man draws, and a lot of people need to realize that this is a wrestling business. So sometimes it doesn't matter about if you like this person, if this person is wrong or not. If you're making people money, people will vouch for you, even if you're the most evil person. You know, a lot of people talk about WWE's antics and stuff about people and keeping people who are racist or the bigots or whatever you want to call them. But at the same time, a lot of people are still buying tickets to see these people and things like that. You know, Punk is getting booed and he's getting cheered, and I commend him on how he's handling both of these situations. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, he is the draw there. You know, he's trying to do something with Collision because Collision doesn't have good numbers. I mean, it's Saturday. You know, people chilling, people going out to eat, people going to carnivals and stuff. But at the same time, obviously, his contract is very good. He must have an excellent contract. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, he's 100% wrong on certain things. How he handled it, I can disagree. We talked about the elite thing. A lot of people say it's a work. Some people say it's not. If it is a work, dog, what's the payoff going to happen? I hope it works. I hope it generates, and I legit mean this. I hope it generates a lot of cash flow. It went to the point that they were saying him and Miro almost got into it. But then they said that was a joke. I don't know what's going on. I just know a lot of people don't like CM Punk. My take on it is this. Tony went wrong in this is because he spoke about it in the media scrum. Like, that was the second thing he talked about as soon as he sat down. He sat down, thank you guys for being here, ABCDEFG, 81,000. We showed that we're a legit wrestling company. Like, he did a great job giving thanks. Then all of a sudden, he said, oh, there was an altercation. We're investigating it right now. You shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have let everybody know. Like, even if it's true or not, that's not nobody else's business on what goes on in your locker room. You should still be happy and talking about trying to process that you guys did great numbers, which is a good thing. And you fed into the investigation or two people fighting and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if people cut that off after you said that, because that's all they wanted to hear. They wanted you to say that and things like that. And I will say this. I truly think that Tony Khan is a genuine person. I truly do. From the outside looking into the company, I do think that he is a genuine person or whatever like that. But I'm going to tell this to him. All these people is not your friend. You got to be careful bringing these journalists in, these people who got podcasts and things like that who do not have your best interest in it. Now, I understand promoting and spreading your business and things like that. But as soon as they catch wind on something and they posting it, and you feel like you got to tell people, like, this should all be rumors, man. This should be like a rumor or anything like that. Nobody should know that these two guys fought. We should be talking about how big of a crowd AEW All In was and the matches was and things like that. This thing kind of, I don't want to say it took away all of it, but it took away some light. You know, Punk is falling out with a lot of people. You know, who is he falling out with? He's falling out with Kenny, the Bucks, Adam Page, Jack Perry, Thanos, and the Avengers. And P. Diddy. Like, this dude fell out with a whole bunch of people. So it's just like, come on, man. Like, and my take on it is a lot of people is like, well, he should go. I'm like, you know, this is just politics. It's just business. It's the same thing that I've been talking about certain things. If you make a lot of money, if you generate stuff, if you are a draw, people will stick their neck out for you, even if you're the most evil person. It doesn't matter what they are, who you are, what you represent. The truth is the truth. It's 100%. So I do feel like a lot more people talked more about this than the event. But hey, I am happy that AEW has done a great job. I got comments. Robert Brown in the building. Lafayette in the building. What's happening, brother? What's going on, man? God bless you, brother. It's been a long time trying to get back into this live stuff. I got to talk more about wrestling. Got to do more lives and everything like that. It's been a while. But yeah, I do feel like this was one of those ones that, like, this should have been a rumor. Like, all the fights should have been a rumor. And it just seems like Tony got to make sure people are not talking about this kind of stuff, man. I remember when Sammy and Andrade was going into it, and Andrade basically was telling Sammy to pull up. And for some reason, Tony thought that they were just gonna be friends and stuff. I'm like, look, Tony, when somebody say that mean they about to fight, they about to squabble. You shouldn't even want that for your company, man. You should try to avoid it or minimize it as much as possible. Like I said, don't give all these people all that stuff to talk about. You got two people squabbling, and then this happens. You got Punk and Perry squabbling.
Teach your man how to squabble.
Going on with that, man? Like, come on, man. Like, you can't let this kind of stuff happen. And then even if they do, you don't owe that to nobody. You don't owe it to nobody. But that's what I wanted to say about that. All Out is this Sunday. I don't think Punk's going to be there. I don't think Perry's going to be there. We'll see where it goes, especially it being in Chicago. Are y'all going to it if y'all in the area? Are y'all going? Are y'all flying to it? Let me know. Also last week we lost two wrestlers. We talked to Terry Funk, pioneer, wrestled for about over 5 decades. Let me go to this comment real quick. CM Punk and literally barged into Tony Khan's office and ordered him. Low key, yeah. Punk's contract must be impeccable. All Out goes. So, I don't know. I mean, it might be. It might be good. It might be like, hey. Honestly, though, I think AEW's best event they had this year was Revolution of this year. I believe Revolution of this year was the best event that I've seen from AEW's pay-per-views. I think I might have skipped one, but I think Revolution was very good. I think that was the one where Revolution was the best. So we lost Terry Funk, I want to say Wednesday. I believe it's 79. So Terry Funk, he's been wrestling for over 50 years. 5 decades, yeah. And when I first seen him, he was old. And I mean that in a respectful way. And I remember watching Beyond the Mat. That movie was like a big thing at the time. And it featured The Rock, Stone Cold, Terry Funk, some guys on the independent scene. And Terry Funk was there. And Terry Funk was getting his legs checked out, and they were saying basically he had no cartilage in his knees. And it was like they're surprised he's even walking, surprised he's even moving. And he still did wrestling shows after that. I remember him tagging with Tommy Dreamer to go against Edge and Mick Foley when Mick Foley and Edge was sharing the hardcore title. It was a tag team championship. That match was gruesome too. But he's been wrestling for a long time. And I do feel like when that long ago he had his last match. And I remember C-Red talking about him going on him by himself to a wrestling show he wasn't supposed to go to. He's supposed to be assisted living, and he still went to a wrestling show and did whatever he had to do. So the grit of him just wrestling. The last thing I heard from him was that he did like a video telling people stop sending him stuff to sign, because a lot of people still wanted him to sign autographs and things like that. So especially, Terry Funk, he will be loved, he was missed and everything like that. A revolutionary, a guy who's wrestled all kind of matches and, hardcore, normal, tag, cage, death match, titles, multiple titles, just loved by people. I think there's like a match of him and Samoa Joe. Like, this guy wrestled a lot. I've even heard like Jim Cornette talked about like things that he would do to him and things like that. So people learned a lot from him. So, yeah. What's disappointing is the fact that Brawl and that happened in the same week or two. Yeah, but it's afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Punk and Perry, that thing took away from the event more than what people was mourning with Bray, with Wyndham and Terry. So I think that was, I think it took away more from the event than people like actually mourning, because people still talking about these two guys' death. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the following day after Terry's passing, we had Bray Wyatt pass. And I'm shocked. It's still shocking. It's still shocking because he was so young. He's 36, and he was just like people was rumors about he was about to feud with people and return and things like that, but it's been a health issue. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I knew exactly why it was absence, because I think it was a mixture of a lot, and it's unfortunate that was a health thing. Now, you guys know that I was very critical on his wrestling and stuff like that, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm going to change it because of the unfortunate passing, but I do feel like if he went against the right opponent, they could have told a story. Like you seen what he did with Cena with the Firefly Funhouse. Cena was invested into his character. And look at how they did the story with the cinematic matches and things like that. And then there was rumors about Bray going against Cody. And I felt that Cody would have been invested and things like that. That would make people intrigued in the Bray Wyatt character. I don't think that guys like a Brock Lesnar would be doing acting, if that makes sense, and certain things to portray him as being a unpredictable character. I seriously don't. So even when Brock said that, I understood. But when you have somebody invested like a Cody who will be invested 100% in these kind of stories, I think that Bray's character or his visions would have thrived if it was Cody. Unfortunately, we won't get the chance to see that. So Terry Funk was one of a kind. Yes, indeed. He will be yes, he will. He's one of a kind. For people to even wrestle for 10 years is a blessing. But for 5 decades is just something else. He done Texas Pride. You guys know I'm from Texas, and he was actually born in Hammond, Indiana, which is funny. I live down the street from Hammond. It's funny how things can work. What up, Jamie? Sim said him and Lashley was getting weird. That's what I'm saying, and it's nothing against Bobby, but it's like you really have to get your acting on when it comes to Bray Wyatt stuff. Like I said, the Firefly Funhouse thing was very interesting because of the story. It was less wrestling; it was more of a story. How they did the backstory with Cena starting and how he should have been a bad guy, breaking fourth walls and things like that. I don't think you could get that out of Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely was getting weird. And then they scrapped it all. So most were like creative differences, and it could have been. And then it was like health, which it could have been too. Yeah, with the last promo. So like I said, Bray's character needs somebody that's going to invest into it, because you can't just do squash matches and things like that. Because low key, him versus LA Knight, that pitch black match was low key like a squash match more than anything. And the tragic truth about that was that more people laughed at it than actually enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So that's never a good thing, especially like when you did say a joke and people are laughing. But with Bray, I do feel like he needed the right person or the right people and things like that. And I will say this about Bray. Wrestling fans change their mind on supporting people just like that. They change it so quick. Like 1 minute, you'll like this wrestler. He's your favorite wrestler. And then 5 minutes later, he sucks. What else can he do? What else can he do? He's not that good. He's not believable. He should go somewhere else. He should get fired. Like, he sucks and stuff like that. Bray wasn't like that to a lot of people. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that a lot of people didn't give up. I don't think a lot of people gave up. Maybe a small few. You had a lot of people who are fans of Bray that were very supportive of Bray Wyatt. He would rarely post on social media, and almost anything he posted, people would share it and things like that. When he got let go, people was praying and hoping that he would go to AEW and stuff like that. And then when they said he got signed and he returned at Extreme Rules, I got goosebumps. So y'all know how I feel about Bray. I had goosebumps because it was good to see him back. And then I'm curious to see what they were going to do. So, and I do feel like he didn't reach his full potential. I can honestly sit here and say that. I think that kind of character, it takes a while for people to grow on that. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we didn't get that. But going back into the fan base of Bray Wyatt was people loved Bray Wyatt. Regardless of what version of him, they loved him. And they were patient. You know, Bray could have took off 5 years from wrestling, and he still would have had a lot of followers and stuff because of the character. It's relatable to a lot of people about fighting demons and people in your head and the dark side and doing certain things. And hey, I don't want to show you my real self. Like, it's very relatable the more I sit here and think about it. But at the same time, I do think that's what made people follow him, you know, follow the buzzers. That's what made people supportive of him. I know people that got tattoos of him. I know people that got custom stuff from toys, masks, you name it, and things like that. So people really was down with Bray Wyatt. It wasn't a lot of people that said I gave up on him because WWE ruined him. They was like, we're gonna support Bray Bray forever. And that's what it's gonna be. So him passing, it's just so shocking, and it's for the heart attack. And it's like, you got to take care of yourself. We got to take care of ourselves. And I'm learning this myself as a 34-year-old man. Is I got to take care of myself. You know, I got kids, got to get checked out, got to get a physical and so on. I'm going personal with this because it's 100% true. If you can, by any means, get checked out, get yourself checked out, get a physical, get your blood work done, get a whole bunch of things. I got to get a lot of stuff done to myself. You know, my wife be clamoring, be dragging me out the house to go certain places. And I recommend that we all do that. Maybe we can catch a small detection of something. We can catch something, or maybe we can get some advice so how we can live longer and stuff like that. You know, this man was a father, this man was a fiance and things like that. He was a family, he was friends, he was a lot of things. Like, there's not a lot of people that say anything bad about him behind the scenes besides the marital stuff. But you see how it affected everybody. People crying, people, you know, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So a lot of wrestlers been wrestling for years and they never get this kind of love. So for him to get it so quick and for people to still rock with him, even, you know, when he got released, that just shows you that he's special. You know, he was a special person in wrestling, and he's touched a lot of people's hearts and things like that. And they even see like a lot of wrestlers who knew him on a personal level, and it was just, you know, heartbreaking. And it is heartbreaking. So he was one of the ones, man. I just think his potential didn't reach as far as what they wanted to do and what he wanted to do as well. So, Sean, what's going on, bro? Salute. I see you got a lot of content dropping, and you got a lot of content dropping. Make sure you guys subscribe to my homie Shine, Critically Drinking. Make sure you look at this. Just type in Critically Drinking on YouTube and subscribe to him. Talk about a lot of things, relationship, therapy, going through some stuff, and he's unpacking things. And that's a good thing, because a lot of people do need to talk about things that they're going through. And sometimes that helps us grow and stuff like that. So like I said, I drop comments a lot on his channel. Yella drops comments. A lot of people. Sim, Bree, shout out to everybody over there. I miss you guys, man. It's been a while since I've like actually just been into the channel and things like that, because a lot of stuff that I've just been trying to take care of. So shout out to y'all and everything that you continue to do, Arshawn. Salute. But going back into it, yeah, it's sad. You know, I think the whole weekend was sad, and a lot of people was like, man, they better have a tribute to Bray. They better have a tribute to Terry. They better have a tribute. And I think they did a great job. I think that they didn't try to overshadow one's death over the other, you know, if that makes sense. You know, obviously, like for current stuff, people know who Bray is. But some of the older people and some of the wrestlers and stuff, they know who Terry was. So I truly think that they did a great job with doing tributes to both video packages and everything. So Orton, Cena, and Edge were some of the best. Yeah. I think Cena did it the best with the character, with the Firefly thing. So that's what that is. You get what I'm saying? Orton, I think he did good too. I just think that, you know, if y'all was going to make Bray this guy, that could have been a time where he beat Orton. But usually the guys will get their lick back from Bray. So that's one of those things that WWE kind of slipped up on, especially if you guys believed in him. But maybe they didn't. I don't know, you know. he would have been perfect in the Attitude Era. Yeah, I agree, but it was so many dark, mystical characters too. So it's like I feel like if you put him in there, he might have been like fourth fiddle because you got the Undertaker, you got Mankind, you had Kane, you had these guys feuding with each other, and maybe you could have had a fourth person or whatever like that. And maybe you would have. You know what I'm saying? I know that people were saying like Wyland Mercer was like the first version of Bray Wyatt because that guy was something similar to him, but he wasn't that memorable, unfortunately. So a lot of people look at his old content because a lot of people say, "Oh, he looks like Bray, or he dresses like Bray, or Bray took inspiration from him." So yeah, maybe you know what I'm saying. Maybe I possibly the Ruthless Aggression era. Because there wasn't a lot of wrestlers that was doing supernatural stuff outside of probably like the Undertaker or whatever, if you want to call a Hurricane supernatural. But yeah, I think maybe in the Ruthless Aggression era, I think he would have did better than even in the Attitude era. DJ Dose, salute, bro. What's going on, man? I still got to send you the Spirit of Detroit's music. Please forgive me. Michael Fulton, what's going on, classmate? Old classmate from Ozan, Oldham. I see you with your family and everything on Facebook. God bless you. Proud of you too, man. Thank you for the shout out and the love. But yeah, man, it was a crazy week of wrestling last week. This week is not really much of nothing outside of All Out and Payback, which I found out Payback was tomorrow. See, some of the times I don't be looking at wrestling online or whatever like that. I just type it in and be like, when is Payback? And then they be like, oh, it's tomorrow. So that's on me. That's my fault. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do be tired, and sometimes I'm spending time with family. Sometimes I'm doing, other things or whatever. And I'm especially trying to push my product. I'm trying to push me and my wife's product, C3 Ultimate Wrestling. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that's dropped love, a like, supported, subscribed, like the videos, offered help. And there's a lot of people that have offered help, and that really touches my heart. And I really feel good about this company doing that because I feel like I'm doing a great thing because we're trying to help the community, but then the community turns around and helps us. So it's always a good thing, man. It's always a good thing. I care about wrestling. I care about wrestling. I care about the wrestlers that we book. I try to do something different. Me and my wife, we try to do something different from other companies. That's no shade to the other companies, but we do try to do something different. Like, oh, this is C3 Ultimate Wrestling, so they do a great thing. And a lot of people who own companies and run companies, they know what that is. They know what that's like. It's no shade or anything like that. I'm just truly blessed and things like that. And like, if you want to take away something from Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt last week or the past, you just realize that wrestling can be loved. You can be loved in wrestling and stuff like that. Sometimes it's unfortunate that most of the time someone has to pass away, but sometimes it's just love, and that's all I am. I just try to show people, that God is love, and He gave me a lot of love to love everybody, and I try to just show what love is through wrestling, through talking to people and things like that. So it's all good. So 53, I will be leaving in a few minutes, but I did want to talk about those things for a little bit. Are you guys excited about the wrestling shows that's this weekend? Are y'all excited about the Amazing World? It's going to be dope. I'm excited. I'm happy to even talk to you guys, even sitting in a chair. I couldn't even sit in a chair dang there a couple weeks ago. I would be on the ground. I look like Flat Man. So it feels good to be back on my throne, on my twisting chair, and it don't feel weird, and I don't get up in slow motion and stuff like that. Because like I said, I was going to work with it, and it was horrible. Especially if I drop something, man, it stay on the ground unless I got help. But let me go back to the comments. Yep. But I did want to talk to you guys. I think I am going to sign out. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Kev. Shout out to Mike Tate. Shout out to Mike Fulton. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to you guys. Arshawn, Dre. Shout out to you guys, man. I'm going to head on out in a few minutes. Trying to do interviews. I'm trying to do some interviews. My wife, she has a few people that she feels that I should interview. So that's what we will do. Bars. Album coming out the 32nd of this month. Get ready. Send your cash out. Send your donations. But we're going to try to do some interviews. We're going to try to do more things. I want to bring some open panels. I want to bring back C-Red up here. I want to bring back Atlas. I want to bring back some people. Hold on, Cam. So, yeah, my kids is calling. So, I hope. Oh, sorry, Maya. You want to say bye to everybody? Hurry up, because I'm about to leave. Y'all know my co-host want to say something to y'all. Y'all know my co-host. Yeah, I got to get back on my cycle of cleaning and getting everything together. I got yard work I got to do. Come on. Say hey.
Hey.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say see you later.
See you later.
All right, you guys. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home. Say take it home.
See you home.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.